do the melting like they want to bust my head. No matter what they do, me, I go come for them. We they get in like they want to come for them. So tell them come for them. Right now I'm feeling the tension, and it's too much to mention. They take up all my attention. Holy faith, of everything you accuse me, and all the time you abuse me, but now you cannot refuse me. Holy faith, I was born in a village. I learned my upbringing, where one was forgiven, so I'm meant to be this. I was born as a warrior. The father was a free fighter. Why is that no pushover? Now we're fighting back.
Hello, sir. I got information, a lot of information. You need to listen to this live. I got a lot of information, a whole lot. Pay attention, everyone. Pay attention. 20 seconds. 10 seconds. Hey everyone, good day. How are you folks doing? It's not a nice, happy day for me. I wish it was. It's a nice Sunday. It's beautiful outside. It's a nice Sunday, but it's not a happy day for me. Too many things are going on, and I'm doing a lot of research, and I got a lot of information from friends and people, and I want to big up to one guy in particular, Tony Badassi, and his patriotism and what he's doing and the information he has given me, and I want to appreciate him a lot. They made an attempt on his life last night, but he's able to evade it, and now he's in hiding right now. But there's a lot of damning information right now I'm going to start pushing out. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start with the first set of information. And the first set of information we're going to talk about, it's about the Petrotrin and the whole thing about Petrotrin. Pay attention, everyone. Pay attention to everything. I'll put out about 2 or 3 posts about this, but I'll tell you in a nutshell. So let's start with the first part. So Petrotrin has 2 bonds. There are 2 bonds on the open international market. Those bonds are not sovereign bonds, meaning they're not tied into the country. So what they are, they're standalone bonds by themselves. So they're like corporate bonds. However, the bonds were issued with the implied reason that the government of Trinidad is going to support those bonds. So let's say they were to default on the bonds, then it's implied, it wasn't signed, right? On the dotted line, that the government of Trinidad is going to pay for those bonds. So what happened was that the bonds were steady. And then what happened is that when the PNM came into power, they decided, for whatever reason they have, which I'll show you what happened later, is that they're not going to support the bonds anymore. Now, for bondholders, when you send those kind of signals, the first, they get worried because they expect to get a certain amount of money at the end of the bond period. So let's say for the first bond was $850 million. They expect that at the end of that 15-year period, they're going to get that 9.75%. What happened is, and the second bond was for $750 million. Our government paid up a lot of it, and only $230 million left. So the first bond is due August 14th, 2019. The second bond, I think, is due, I'll tell you where, sorry. It's due in 8th of May, 2022. That's the one that has $240 million left, something like that, right? So they're all unsecured bonds. So what happened was that when they entered into the talks, the bondholders were jittery. So they spoke to the government and tell them, listen, even though you can't make it, let's restructure the loan. Let's talk about restructuring the loan. And then by doing that, we can be assured that we're going to get some money at the end of the day, and at the same time, you keep the rate, the bond rates or the bond yields stable. Now, a bond yield, just to give an idea, no one has to be a rocket scientist. It's simple. Don't make it, oh, you have to be a financial expert, a lot of crap. A bond yield is the ratio of how much money you pay for the bond versus how much money you're gonna get from that bond. That's all it is. It is an idea. Well, you know what? Let's just say I put $100 into the bond. I expect to get, let's say $500. That's 500%. So the yield is the percentage, which is like 500%. So now an average bond is like 4%, 2%, 2.5% to 4%, 5%. Our bond, because from 3 years back, was 10.3% because they were jittery. When on August 30th, Keith Rowley made the statement, they're gonna close down Petrotrin, the bond went up on that same day from 10.3% to 11.3% to 14.9% to 15.1%. Because now he has signaled to the market that, you know what, I'm not going to do anything with this bond, I'll let it fail. What it has done now, it has turned that bond into what's called a junk bond status, meaning that Petrotrin cannot borrow any money off of that bond because it's considered garbage. And not only that, you have destroyed the credit rating for Petrotrin. So if anybody who tried to borrow money for Petrotrin, they're going to reach a blank wall because nobody will want to fund it because of what he did. And that's deliberate. And I'll lead to you why is it deliberate. Because by doing that, you ensure that it stays shut down. No one can fund it unless they have raw cash. But the only person who has raw cash like that will be his financiers, which is 1%. So what in essence, what he has done is to destroy our entity and its patrimony that bring us our foreign exchange and make us stable and give us that economic independence. And in lieu of that, he has made us dependent now because now we're going to ship our crude out in order to get it refined. And then because our crude is very sour crude, it's like Venezuela crude. So now we're going to ship it out, not at $50 a barrel, but like $25 a barrel, $24 a barrel. It ships out to the US refiners. They refine the gasoline, the kerosene, petrol, aviation fluid, diesel, you name it. And then they send it back to us. But they don't send it back to us at a lower rate. They send it back to us at the market rate. So therefore, there's no more subsidies anymore. Everything will be at that high rate. So your gasoline is going to go up to international rates. Your diesel is going to go up to international rates. Your kerosene is going to go up to the international rates. Everything is going to go up to the international rates. So therefore, your transportation cost is going to be higher. Every single thing is going to be higher. Good morning, Derek. Good morning, everyone. Right? So this is what he's doing. So he's making you dependent. That only entity, that refining process that you're known for over 100 years, he has now wiped it out. So now he has made you completely dependent on every single damn thing. So this is what happened. And when the bondholders, I spoke to one bondholder, and he said, we spoke to them, and all we told them, all they need is a little capital injection into it. And we told them, all we need, we're coming there, we're coming, a whole team, we're coming there, and we're gonna kick out all the managers, all the upper managers and executives, because they're the ones who are behind the whole thing. We'll kick them out, we're putting our own hard-nosed entrepreneurs and managers, and we're gonna turn this thing out and make it profitable. The government refused to do that because they had a plan in mind. They had a plan in mind to enslave you one more time. So it's not good enough for them to come and bring sandals here. It's not good enough for that. He decided, you know what, you're going to go to Tobago. You did it for Tobago. Now it's Trinidad's turn. It's your turn to get enslaved now. And the only thing that you have besides the pitch lake, which we'll discuss later on, is Petrotrin. That is your patrimony. That is your heritage. He decided to, you know what, you're going to destroy that and make you enslaved. Here's what comes up now. And I'm going to thank Tony Bedesi for this. I really got to thank him for this, for all this information, which I've been sharing today. And this is going to go further. It's not going to stop. It's not going to stop. Yes, I know I'm here, and I don't have to deal with the crap. But on my end, I'm going to make sure that there's going to be some prostitution involved in this, because this is rape. This is nothing more than freaking rape. So now, here it is. So as part of the Petrotrin debt, we had $3 billion, $3 billion US dollars was saddled onto the Petrotrin debt. I'm sorry, $3 billion was saddled onto the 12 billion Petrotrin debt because of Malcolm Jones and the PNM, who had done the gas to liquids project. Gas to liquids project is nothing new. is a kind of an experimental project. The Germans tried to do it in World War II, but they're using coal gas. The South Africans doing the embargo, doing apartheid, did the same thing too, and they're using coal gas to convert from gas to liquid. It's almost the same. It's almost kind of the same thing, but in a reverse kind of setting. Anyhow, but you using it for natural gas to convert into solid fluids, it's more experimental. So what happened was that this guy, who I'm gonna call, who has a company called Ainsley Gill and Associates, this guy, he has a company that's registered in Washington D.C. This guy at the time, under the PNM government, was a lobbyist for the Trinidad and Tobago government, and he made a lot of money being a lobbyist for the Trinidad and Tobago government. He was also the go-between guy and the bagman for that gas to oil. I'm sorry, that gas to liquid debacle, that $3 billion big debacle. He was a bad guy too. He was involved. So he was involved in it, and of course we lost all that money. He formed a new company, and the new company ended up buying the failed assets of that gas to liquid project. That gas to liquid project also took secondhand equipment from a Mexican oil refinery to add to it and claiming it was new. This part of what was stolen from us, and nobody ain't talking about that. No one even mentioned that. This is what's going on. So Ainsley Gill, he was a lobbyist for Trinidad and Tobago. Not only was a lobbyist for Trinidad and Tobago, he was also the bad guy. He was also the guy who was also the go-between between that company, World GTL, and Trinidad and Tobago government represented by Petrotrin, and Malcolm Jones was the chairman. So they all conspired to steal this $3 billion out of our money, just like other Petrotrin, which that same debt is now saddled onto Petrotrin right now. So what happened was that, so after it's all said and done, that $3 billion, he got the failed assets for $30 million instead. That's what he did. Now it gets curiouser and curiouser, and it adds more and more and more and more and more and more and more. The directors of this company, one of the directors is Miss Alison Lewis. Remember Alison Lewis? The same one who was on the Port Authority board? Yeah, with the Cabo Star and Bridgeman Services. Remember her? To the Port Authority board? That same damn Alison Lewis. And she was there, she was a permanent secretary. She's now a director of the same NICWAN. Now let's try to connect the dots and see what's going on right now. So this is what happened. She's a board of director, right? And she also worked with Wilfred Espinay. Remember Espinay, the so-called current chairman at Petrotrin? Right. She had worked with him before on another board at TCL. Okay, before it was sold to a private investor, she worked with him together. So you see, start connecting the dots now. Start connecting the dots. So you have Espinay, right? He's on the chairman of the board of Petrotrin, and you have also Alison Lewis, who's also the chairman of the board of this new company, right? Of NICWAN Energy, and Ainsley Gill, who was part of the chairman, the board of Petrotrin back in the days when we had lost that $3 billion where the gas and liquid project. Start connecting the dots now. See what's going on. See what's happening. So now, Espinay is also the owner, right, of this company that it was said known as Aero Marine. Aero Marine, and they said it has been alleged that this company is the one that's going to do the shipping, to transport our oil to the United States or wherever, right, to get it processed. So he's making money off it, and he's a damn chairman. But it has been alleged, so we're gonna find out more about this also, right? They say, and then there's another person on the board, Anthony Chantak. He's also a director of Petrotrin right now. He's also listed as a director of World GTL in 2006. So you see where they're coming, where it's going, what's happening now? Connect the spider webs. He was listed as director of World GTL, Anthony Chantak, and he's also another director of Petrotrin. And these 2-3 bastards are the ones who decided that Petrotrin must fail and decided to shut it down. But yet, they have conflicting interests. And none of them bastards who was there at the time went to jail. But now, as a reward for stealing $3 billion, they put them on the same board of Petrotrin. This is how the theft continues. Right? This is where the theft continues. It goes more and more. And they said also, it has been alleged that Massey also has an interest in Petrotrin. Right? So now, we're going to start doing all the connections on all the dots. So now, what's happening now is that the bondholders are mad and they're angry at Rowley for doing what he did, because it's as if he's trying to screw them over and tell them, well, you know what? We're not going to pay this bond and we'll let it fall by itself, even though before when the bond was signed under the PNM, that you guys was going to give it implied support. So they're mad. So they want to recover their money because right now, I mean, come on, you spend $100 million US on a bond. I mean, one bondholder, and all of a sudden now, the $100 million you spend on a bond and wood crap right now, it will about 50 million US. I mean, come on. And then they're not getting their return that they want to. So like he's screwing them, and they're mad about it because they told him all they're gonna do is to restructure the upper management, putting a few different changes and structure and everything back to normal. Well, they lied to you all when he told you all, but he need $25 billion to save Petrotrin. How convenient, the same $25 billion that money used to save Clico. And Petrotrin is a government entity. They're the same words. It's like they lie so much that they have to use the same words over and over again, right? To justify the lies. And then when he came and told you guys that the ultra low sulfur diesel system that they put in, which is 95% finished, he told them that it had junk in and start all over again, and it cost $7 billion. It's a lie. It cost, I look at the reports, it's $230 million US dollars, all in it. $230 million to bring it up and finish the damn thing and make it work and bring revenue for the country at foreign exchange. He's a liar. They're all setting this thing up to benefit themselves. That is why Rowley can say, I don't give a crap. I don't give a crap. I don't care who take my money if I lose the election, because his nest is feathered. When it's over and done with, his nest is feathered. They are stealing our patrimony. I'm telling you guys over and over again, Rowley stealing patrimony. So now you have the boards, the current board of Petrotrin, who are on the board of the World GTL before in that failed $3 billion debacle. Then they came back now and bought that $3 billion in assets, right, for $30 million, and now come back with that $30 million that money now to come and screw us even more again. And the intent and the idea is to do two things. In the process, while before they started up, they're gonna do transportation to bring our oil and gas elsewhere to refine while they retool the refinery and bring it up and sell it to the private entities, Aquamarine and whatever. That's the intention they want to do. That's what's going on. And we sit there and we allow this crap to happen. And we're making like it's a big joke and everything. This ain't no big joke. This is serious stuff. Because if we don't have energy independence, we're gonna lose on everything. We don't have energy independence. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to cut you off. Everything they want to do, they want to take. Good morning, Shelly-Ann. They want to take every single thing. Tony Badesi is hiding right now because he showed all the connections, and all of a sudden now they sent a hit team after him last night. So he's in hiding. But this is not over. This is not over. Because I don't care what anybody say, I'm going to take it on more and more and more. And whatever authorities I'm going to take it outside of Trinidad, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. They're going to see something coming that you'll never expect. And I Rowley, that blasted thief. He's a damn thief. Rowley's a 300% thief. That's what he is. He's a scumbag. Right? Then on top, I'll go back to that. On top of that now, you bought the Chinese in. That same Chinese company has been banned by the World Bank for corruption and bribery. And he brought them in to go do this dry dock. And you know how I warn everybody about the Chinese what they're doing. On this Road and Belt initiative, what they're doing They're trying to encircle the globe, right? To bring the Chinese shipping and in effect choke off US influence. That's their main goal. That's their main goal. And they don't care if they give it a soft loan and the Chinese debt trap for it to fall into it, because you know what? China do not give loans without labor. China is under pressure right now. China economy is not growing like how it's supposed to be. Yeah, I'll be safe. I'll be okay. Right? China, so what's happening is that the Chinese commercial banks, and federal banks are not lending the Chinese commercial banks money as before. So the rates are not the same as before. The rates are higher. And what's happening is that China is in trouble. So the only way to relieve that economic and monetary stress is to create more and more of these soft loans so they can own assets. So by doing that, once they own our dry dock, like I think they may own our pitch lake, which we're going to reverse, what it does, it brings in more foreign exchange for them and props their economy up. Because when they bring Chinese labor, imagine if you're taking a loan, Chinese loan, but the same Chinese loan is paying for Chinese materials and Chinese labor. So in the end, we get nothing. And then when they can't pay the loan back, like what happened in Zambia, Zambia had to give the airport back to the Chinese to control. Why ain't talk about that? Why ain't talk about Sri Lanka? Sri Lanka had a port, and they built a port. I think it's Hankote. How is it pronounced? Hantoke or Hankote? Can't remember. Big, huge port, right? Get the Sri Lankan. They can't pay the loan back. The Chinese took over the port, and then the Chinese started to say, no foreign ships can go into that port. They have to rescind it afterwards, and everything under pressure from the United States. This is what's going on inside of here. Our Prime Minister, I told her about this sell-out bastard. I told her that insecure bastard all the way from when he was in Tobago, when he was young and as a damn teacher, and the stuff he was doing in Tobago. Okay? Why do you think he lost the election to Robinson in Tobago? Why do you think he couldn't hold an election in Tobago? And he had to go to Trinidad, and the Trinidad PNM carved him a safe seat for him to win the election over and over again. He's always an insecure bastard. Always. I know about him a long time. But nobody don't want to talk. And they're supporting this guy. I don't care what anybody wants to say about Tobago and what. I don't give two crap about it. You're one country, Trinidad and Tobago. And I'm telling like it is. Right? I've never seen any kind of foolish like all my life. This guy is selling our country. Right? First thing he started with the sandals. And since he started with the sandals, I've been on him. He started with sandals. Sandals said they're gonna get their money. When I wrote to Deutsche Bank, and I told Deutsche Bank that they give Sandals any money because the Buku area is a sensitive area, and it's a patch of money that belongs to the people of Trinidad and Tobago, and what the repercussions are going to be, they backed off. Sandals couldn't get a loan. So what we already decided to do now, he said, well, this is my pet project. And since Sandals can't get the loan, I'm going to get the loan out myself. So what he did, he went on the international market to go in to try and get a loan to build the whole place up for Sandals. How can a prime minister be an agent for a foreign company? Sandals is a Jamaican-owned company. How can he be a foreign agent for freaking Sandals? And that area where they're going to put it there, Clicker was denied a permit, an EMA permit in 2004, because what happened was there's migratory owls that goes there. There's also the seabirds. Not only that, it's also part of the ecosystem of the Buku Reef. And inside that no man's land, inside that area, is where the fish spawns to go before they go out in the reef safely. And that's what happened. It's part of our ecosystem. He don't give a crap. What he said? I don't care about your hairy crabs. Well, we don't care about you because you're a sell-out bastard. This is what he is doing. He's doing the same thing the Chinese are doing. Instead of encircling the globe, he's encircling Trinidad and Tobago. One by one, he's taking out their assets. He's taking out their assets in order for him to make money off the deals and his friends. And the stupid, dumbass PNM bastards who support him allowing this to happen. And they're so stupid in a mindset, not seeing that this guy don't give a shit about you. He don't care about you. All he care about is his own self. And they all want to support him over and over again. How could you support someone who go in and take our assets one by one and sell to everybody. So he took the 600 acres for Sandals. He says the government going to put the money out. Why are we going to put our money for a foreign entity? Does that make sense? Let the foreign entity get their own money. Sandals got their own money in Barbados. Sandals got their own money in Jamaica twice. Sandals got their own money in the Bahamas, right? Sandals got their own money in Grenada. But Sandals ain't getting their own money in Trinidad and Tobago, right? We have to put that money out, right? The same failing bastards. The same Tobago and the same Tobago House Assembly has 2 hotels under construction right now, okay? 2 hotels that you guys don't know about, right? I think one is the Manta Inn and Manta Lodge, and there's another one. I can't bring it to mind right now. I can't bring it to mind right now. 2 of them, right? And right now, Magdalena is just surviving barely with guests. So now, on top of that, now you're gonna bring Sanders in and use our money and our loans and settle our children and grandchildren with that. And he's doing the same damn thing with a port, with that dry dock port. He's doing the same damn thing right with Petrotrain, because you're gonna sell your assets out, and when you sell it out, you have nothing. You are dependent on everybody for everything. And they sit there, and everybody sit there and laugh and think it's a big joke. Well, you know what? I don't care anybody gonna say. I will do what I'm gonna do on my end, and to make sure this bastard, right? Somebody's gonna go to jail for this. Somebody's gonna seriously go to jail for this. And I will call out every different federal prosecutor that I know, and our friends, Republican friends, who are deep in the Trump administration. I'm gonna deal with that too, and make sure that attorney general go after this freaking deal. There's a lot of bullshit going on inside of here. They're stealing stuff. But because our government is so corrupted and everything like that, and our attorney general, of course, is on the same side as the PNM, he can't do nothing. But we're gonna get to that. They're stealing your assets to enslave you. And that's what it is. And I can't say it over and over again. That's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. Over and over and over and over again. Stealing your assets. And everybody sit there and think it's a joke. They think it's a joke. And what people don't understand is that the Trinidad and Tobago government since 2016 was trying to get a private buyer for Petrotrain from before. And people don't even know about that. But I have it here. And also in the 2018 energy conference that they had in Port of Spain recently, right? What Smiley Can had told everyone and the exhibitors that he was not going to support Petrotrain anymore. He was not going to do it. Yeah, Adrian, tell me what's the name on the second one in Pleasant Prospect. That second hotel. Let everybody know what's going on. Let everybody know what's going on, right? Let everybody know what's going on in Tobago, where there are 2 hotels under construction right now with the Manta Lodge, and that belongs to the people of Trinidad and Tobago, and the Trinidadians don't know what's going on. We gotta let everybody know what's going on, right? I forgot the name of the other villa, something villa, right? 2 of them. They took your money and stole to build that. That's what they're doing. And the so-called chief secretary of the Tobago Assembly has now bought himself a brand new BMW. Brand new 735 at BMW. That's what the bastard did. These are what they're doing to you. They're stealing your money, and they sit there and allow them to steal your money. And if you don't stand up and fight them, I don't care what party affiliation you are. I don't give a rat steal. I don't care. Right? We gotta stop and fight my citizens. And like I said, this is not over. This is not over. This is not over. This is what they're doing. So now, Rowley has made sure that his financiers has finally got the money they deserve. Finally got the money they deserve, finally. So he don't care if tomorrow we vote him out of office, because he can run away and make his money, have his money, and have his corrupt money, and that's it. And we have to deal with the issues afterwards, and afterwards effect. He don't care anymore. So this is what the fool is doing. So that's right. Even from one bondholder, you have Oppenheimer. That's another company, big company, and they went and they spoke to them about it, and they told them what they need to do to resolve it, and they refused to do it. Our government is deliberately trying to screw us over. Every freaking bondholder is talking to them. There's another company called based in Australia. It's called Touchstone Exploration, and they spoke to the investors about 3 months ago, and they were talking that they had leased a tract of an acreage, I'm sorry, of wells of oil called WD4 and WD8. Two properties, WD4, WD8. I think that's Southwest. They said they are making so much money right now. They have now increased it from 8 to 14 wells. They're now making so much money that they have bumped up the amount of crude that they're getting from 25% to 33%, and they've increased the amount of wells coming up in 2019 from 8 to 14 wells. All raw crude. This is what happened here. This is what we have here. All raw crude. That's supplying here. And that's what they give to the investors around, I don't know when. That was around July. That was around July. That's what it is. So the crude are increasing. So what's going on now? Why we can't have petroleum again? This is what happened. So it's increasing, and nobody's saying anything about it. This is what happened. Little wicked bastards. This is what they are. Oh, the alky unit, the alkalization unit is brand new. There were a lot of other units that's brand new, that's working, and everything like that. And all we're gonna do is put a little bit of money and start the foreign exchange. What's happening in the world market right now? Forget what Guyanese are. We don't even know what Guyanese are right now. We don't know about us, right? What happened is that we need to make our own aviation fuel, our own gasoline, and our own diesel because for our energy independence. Because by doing that, you can use it as leverage. So they say we produce 48,000 barrels of oil a day. We consume about 22 to 25 to 24,000 barrels of oil a day. The balance, we can bunker it, we can sell it on international market at international prices and everything like that. We can do that. We can use it as leverage to say, you know what, we want to bring more planes into Trinidad and Tobago. So what we're going to do, we're going to give you cheaper aviation fluid because we can do it because we make our own fuel. And by doing that, you have now spurred on the tourist industry. Or you can say, well, here's what we did with diesel bunkering. Bring the ships here. When they come to the Panama Canal, we get cheaper fuel here, and we can do it for you at a cheaper rate. At the same time, let's do a maintenance for your boat. So it's a kind of carrot and stick, kind of a bait to bring them in. So many ways we can make our fuel cheaper and invite other companies who need to use our fuel in order to make downstream products, and they can get it at a cheaper rate because we have an extra almost like about 20,000 to 22,000 gallons per day of extra fuel we can use for that, and then use the money from that to subsidize our fuel, our cost even more, and drive it down so cost of doing business is even lower, and then still more small entrepreneurship. But these fools don't care because they don't care about you. They don't care about you. They don't care about you. Yeah, that's right. If you do plastic manufacturing, right? They never did it. And they don't care. All they care about is the pockets, and is what they're doing. But I'm gonna stand up and I'm gonna put up with the nonsense. This is what they've been doing over and over and over and over again. Screwing everybody over. That's what they're stealing your assets. So Petrotrain right now, what they're doing is that they're stealing your money. The government, which is rowdy, is stealing the money on behalf of the 1%. That's what he's doing. And they are the oligarchy. And this is what they're doing. In the meantime, he's not doing anything about the banking system because the banking system runs him and controls him. That's what they're doing. They give money to his parties. They have interlocking directorship boards. So everybody can have the same rate. And imagine a bank charging you for having money in your bank. Imagine that. Instead of them paying out interest, they charge you to have money in their bank. And they're so corrupted. And these same banks are the ones who's taking the raw, dirty US cash that's coming into Trinidad illegally and giving it to and these people are taking this money and pretend to convert it into stores and franchises. And then what they do now, they take that dirty money, straight into our bank, the same banks that giving a 5-page fact sheet to see if you're a drug dealer or not. And these same banks are taking that money and make it legal. And then what these guys are doing are sending checks to Panama and doing wire transfers to Panama. And if you think I'm lying about that, Go find out from the DEA and they'll tell you the whole deal. What's going on? What's going on? We are a real narco state. And our banks are a part of the deal. They're all part of it. And the first thing we're going to do is to get those banks, open them up. Open them up. Open up all those banks. And set rules by the central banks. Go set rules. I need to do our bad. Tell them to get the hell out of here. Tell them to get the hell out of here. It's a whole narco state situation going on right now. So that's on one end. On the other end, what they're doing, they're capturing our assets on the other end. So you have nowhere left to go, nowhere left to run, nowhere to go. They can't even say, well, look, let me get a loaf of bread. The loaf of bread is going to subject to the price of the international market of oil and natural gas. So you no longer have that umbrella to protect you in terms of subsidizing the fuel costs. Everything's going to go up. But they don't care because now they have cut you off from starting up a new business because the cost to start a new business is too high. Plus, at the same time, what's happening is that you will now be a consumer, total consumer, and there's no incentive for the young people to get frustrated, and all they could do is do janitorial work, and all they could do is to be cashiers and pulling batons and stuff like that for the security firms. And that's what we're always doing, encircling the whole country, stealing your assets, while screwing everyone, including the U.S. foreign bond holders who held those bonds. But I have a way to deal with him for that. It's coming up. It's coming up. It's coming up. Hold it coming up. 1 second. So, and then another report, Latin Finance, our government of Trinidad and Tobago said in 2018 that our oil industry is going to see a turnaround in 2020, early 2020. That's what they said. Our government said that. They said they're going to be a turnaround in 2020 of our oil and gas. To oil and gas. That's what they said. So how come all of a sudden now, if we want to turn on in 2020, why is it we're not propping up Petrotrin and make it more lean? Why are we not doing that? This is what these bastards are doing. They're stealing our assets. So in 1 minute, they're saying one stuff, and the other minute, they come to the local people and tell them what the hell is going on. That everything is bad, everything is worse, they can't save nothing, and everything like that. So everything's going to go down, and they lie to the population, and to the population will accept it. That's what the bastards are doing. They keep stealing more and more and more. They keep stealing, but on the open market, then that's what they said. Now they decide, you know what? Let's go for broke, all or nothing. And now they decide to screw everybody, including the bond holders now. So everybody outside is mad about what Gowon is doing, but he's doing deliberately to destroy this country because he don't care. He's over 61. He has less life. He has less to see, right, than before. So now you want to make everything good for his family, so they'll be billionaires on beyond. Same thing like what Charles did to Tobago. Now it's Trinidad turn. You're getting lashed now. You're getting lashed now. You don't get lick up bad. Now it's Trinidad to get mashed up now. And everything like that. And if you don't, yeah, thanks, Shirley. And if you don't stand up to these fools, they'll continue doing this crap. I don't like doing this. I think I like doing this. I think I like doing this, but it's a must. Somebody gonna stand up. Somebody gonna stand up and make it happen. Somebody gonna stand up. I'm not gonna put up with that nonsense. He's a liar. Well, he's a simple liar. And I don't care. You could tell him I say he's a liar. He's a friggin' liar. You're gonna take a Chinese construction company that will be banned by the World Bank to come to Trinidad here to steal more money? My Lord, this is ridiculous. Unbelievable. It's just blatant. And then you come and tell the people, what is it, Maruga? Is it Maruga? I think, is that it? You almost behave like the little children. And I don't know why Trinidad stand up to the bullshit. I don't know why. Tobago can see you a lot because a lot of them is some of them family ties, and some of them is crap. Some of them don't care, and some of them fall asleep and everything like that, right? And because they pay them is entrenched in everything, and if they open their mouth, they're gonna lose their work and lose their job because that's what they do. That's what they do. Victimization. But Trinidadans right now, The Trinidad economy is Trinidad and Tobago economy. And if you all don't stand up and stop this fool and this sellout bastard from selling out the rest of our assets, we'll have nothing left. Nothing left. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not gonna leave this alone. This is gonna go further. This is gonna go further and further and further and further. And Tony Badassi, I know you're in hiding right now, and I'll see what I can do on my end to make sure that you're protected. I'll see what I can do on my end to make sure you're protected, because this is gonna stop. And ain't no friggin' 1% are gonna feel they're gonna try and do hit some people and everything like that. Because now they better watch their back. They better watch their own back. And I warn everybody, I told everybody that the day that we ever get into office, all I want is just one job is to go after all these corrupted bastards. All of them. And if they can come to the United States to hide, it ain't gonna happen. And if they feel they can come to go to Panama, which has no extradition treaty, to hide, it ain't gonna happen. I got people, and they know how to get to these people, get to them. It ain't gonna happen. And all the bodyguards they have ain't gonna help them. They'll be living in fear. And all them fools who took the money and moved to Florida, guess what? We got you too. We're gonna go after you too and bring it back for justice. Bunch of thieves, every single one of them. All of them lying, and everybody stand up and clap. Right? So I was so pissed off. But then again, when Lord was in Tobago and said how what he had been doing and everything like that, and the people was clapping because he had these PNM members inside there. People were not PNM members, they couldn't go inside the meeting and everything like that. But at the same time, there were a lot of PNM members, and his PNM supporters are always the one in the most depressed area. The hot spots and the most depressed area are his supporters, because he have them like sheep. Because all you gotta do is throw them a few bone, and they're like that. Kinda as well. We're gonna go after every single one. That's the only job I want. I don't want nothing else. Please, that's the only job I want. I don't care if it's a straight, simple salary or nothing. I want to go after them. Go after all these bastards. Every single one of them. Because that's what they're stealing every single thing out of our country. And they leave it nothing. That's what it is. Here, you know what? You want something? Here. You want that quick biscuit? Here, it's all yours. That's yours. That's all they're gonna leave you with. Nothing else. Your children can't progress. Your children can't get a good career or anything like that, because you know why? Because all the good careers have been gone. All you could do is what you could be a night auditor at a fast food complex. Is that what it is? So now we can't create new industries or nothing like that. We can't create new industry in robotics and telecommunications and software and blockchain technology or nothing like that, because the 1% control everything so much that if we try to create these new software development or anything like that, they control the internet. So when they control the internet, they'll slow speeds down, and they can't build nothing, because they don't want you to make money. This is what they're doing. This is exactly what they're doing. And Rowley is classic example of this. They're using him as a footstool to get what they want. And the PM supporters, it's not a footstool, they're toilets. So they can crap on them every single time. And then tell them, well, we support them because it's the greatest thing since sliced bread, because he's black like me, and all that crap like that. And they better end that nonsense. Because the same guy that black like you will sell you out more than everybody else. Because a crab in a barrel syndrome, and he doesn't want you to have as much money as he does. So he will do whatever it takes to take your ass down. That's what you want, that's what you're gonna get. But at the same time, while I'm out here, I'm gonna fight for every single thing that we got. That's my right, and I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna make it happen. So when I leave you guys, I am gonna start doing what I gotta do on my end and make sure that all this stuff is gonna stop. Rowley is a liar. That's all he is, nothing more than a liar. We got all the information here, what they're doing, how they deliberately take the Petrotrin bond, the credit rating went down from BA3, which is investment grade, to BB&B to BB&B1. That's what he did deliberately, and everything like that, and trying to tell you all is lost and all that crap like that. Every single thing. I got all the information. I got every single information on that fool. Every single thing. And I must sit down and laugh and think it's a joke. Ain't no joke about nothing here right now. Right? So it's a nice Sunday. I hope you guys enjoy your Sunday and everything. I'm sorry I had to drop this on you guys and everything like that. But the truth is the truth and everything like that. And to all the parents supporters who after hearing me still want to go on and believe them and let them steal your country and make you more miserable, you deserve this. This is what you deserve. You deserve this blasted hat, this joker's hat, because you're a joke. That's what you are. But you know what? You are a terrible joke and a hurtful joke because of your jokey support. You're making everybody else suffer, right? So I'll give you this, but I'll give you this in a sense of seriousness. That's what you deserve. A joker's hat, a minstrel. That's what you are. Nothing more than that. Okay? A court clown. That's what they are. Damn court clown. I ain't got time for them and the nonsense. And some of them, yep, that's right. Some of them, they don't care because they'll be entrenched in their mind that the PNM is their God and nothing else. And they can't think for themselves. And those people are suffocating the brilliant people who can give real solutions to make this country work. Make this country work. But this is what we're facing with. We're facing with a nation where most other people not understanding the true strength, and because they're insecure about themselves, will always elect an insecure leader because that's a reflection of themselves. And they have this fear about challenging their own self and their own sense of being and their own sense of consciousness and their own self-confidence, right? In order for them to get to a better place, they're scared of that. That's what it is. Right? Yeah, this is what happened. Yo, Stark, let me tell a young man, this ain't about no friggin' party nonsense right now. This is national. Okay? All right? This is national. And this seriousness, and you need to pay attention. Okay? No, I have no time for games. I have no time for pettiness. I don't do pettiness. I don't do pretend nonsense. I don't do none of that. Right? I'm all about teaching and learning. Because anybody here can teach me something. Every single person here. I'm not no guru in the sky or nothing like that. I'm here to learn too, just like you are. So we all have to learn something. That's what it's all about. And when you see your country is being destroyed from within, you have to stand up as a citizen because it's your birthright. And it belongs to you too. Not only belongs to me, it belongs to you too more than anything else. More you than me because you know why? You live there. And every single barrel of oil that comes out of that earth in trying to live belongs to you. So you have to go pressure the government and ask them, what are you doing with that barrel of oil? Every sand on the book of reef belongs to you. You gotta ask them, what are you doing with sandals? This is the kind of thing you have to do, right? That port's supposed to belong to you. You're supposed to ask, why is there no impact studies, right, in that library area? Why there's none? What about the pitch lake? Why is nobody doing a in the pitch lake? Why is the pitch lake doesn't show up on the financials for the end of year budget? It's not showing up. What the hell is going on? This is what it's all about. This is national building. That's what it's all about. Nothing more than that. You have to ask this question. That's your birthright. It's your right to ask. Ask questions. Who cares? I don't care that you don't member a PP. I don't care who's a member, who's not a member. Right now. Doesn't matter. It's about national building. And what we are doing here, right, as in our party, yes, I'm part of it, right, is to make sure we do the best for us. And nobody's paying me to do this. Nobody's giving money on the side or anything like that. I do it for love of a country that I was born in. My neighbor string is still there. And every single time I say, you know what, screw it all, let me not worry about all this bullshit because my life is okay and everything like that. My neighbor string that's buried under that cherry tree in Tobago right now cries out and disturb me and tell me, Challenor, you better shut up and you better stop with it. You better stop and get up and stand up. That's what happened. My neighbor's string is still there, buried underneath there. And every single time that neighbor's string wakes me up and tell me, you're gonna do better. Right? So we all gotta do better. Don't care. That's what it's all about. Stand up for our rights, man. You're a human being. I mean, listen, you have one life to live, one freaking life to live, right? You gotta make sure that when you live your life, you add something of value to this earth. You don't take away something from this earth. All the money I make, all the assets I have, and all that bullshit and everything like that don't mean nothing. Because you know why? Tomorrow you can go like this, or tomorrow I die tomorrow, and then what am I do? I can't take it with me where I'm going. I can't. I gotta deal with this. I have to put some impact. We all have to make impact. You are human beings, right? Out of the billions and billions and billions and billions of sperm, right? You were the one that survived and became an egg and make you who you are right now. So you have beaten the damn odds. Congratulations for being a human being. You are a human being now. That's what it is. So now as a human being, your mandate is, your mission is to make life better for everyone else, for yourself, your family, and everyone else, so that your generation, your DNA will continue on forward. And they don't have to struggle like you do. That's your mission. Right? See what you gotta do. I ain't got time for no garbage. We ain't got time for no garbage. I don't have time for no back and forth and who is this and who is that and everything like that. The only thing I'm focused on right now is Rowley and his lies. And he lied to everybody. And he come up there with this aggressive pit bull attitude to cow everybody down and say, well, look at me now. I'm big and bad, so nobody can tell me nothing. Well, you bastard, right? This is one too big one. You will wish you never met. I know everything about him from since he was younger, all the way up. All the way up. Our family went to school with Rowley. Our family went to school with Archie too also. And I give him stick. I tell Archie like it is too. And he knows about it. Every single one of them. I don't care who it is, friend or family or anything like that. I don't care. I tell you like it is. You don't like me too bad. You know what? This is what I tell everybody. You don't like me? Get a ticket, wait in line, because there are 10 others ahead of you. All right? So wait a turn. Tell everybody that. Right? Come on, man. What about your family? What about your grandchildren? What about your all these assets not only belongs to us, but it belongs to your children and it belongs to your grandchildren. And you have to make a better future for them and everything. And that's what we're here for. We got to stand up for them. We got to. And like I said, I'm not going to lie to you all. I'm not going to pretend with you. I'm not going to come and say, well, you know what, turn my back and pretend everything is okay and everything like that. Full disclosure, my cousin, Kenneth Birchwood, he was the chairman of Petrotrin, I think back in the 70s. Back in the 80s. He was the chairman of Petrotrin. My cousin. No, I'm sorry. Chairman of Trinmar. I apologize. Chairman of Trinmar. Very nice, very humble guy. Very quiet. He's very quiet. Very, very quiet guy. Very, very humble guy. Right? Of Trinmar. And I remember as a young boy, I used to go from Tobago to Trinidad and stay by his house. His wife, very, very nice people. Very nice. Not because he's my cousin, but he had a very quiet demeanor. And his thing was chess. And he taught me to play chess. And most of the males in my family, we play chess. And he's an avid chess player. Very good. Very good. Very good chess player. Right? And Kenneth Birchwood, my cousin, when he was chairman of Trinmar, was a man of quiet resolve. I was never involved in any bacchanal, any corruption, in nothing like that, because he was held to a higher standard. That's what he was, Kenneth Birchwood. And you can look him up, right, to see I'm not lying to you, my cousin. And I always look at this man and see this kind of a quiet determination he had about himself and how he handled himself. And, even as chairman of Trinmar at the time, he didn't behave as if, well, he's Lord God Almighty and everything like that. He carried himself well. Very, very well, very humble man, you know, in this kind of this typical humbleness and everything then, right? Very nice guy. I had this quiet strength, and I looked at him. He's one of my heroes in the sense that, or one of my mentors, in the sense that he carried himself, you know, very good. And he didn't need an expensive vehicle to show himself for who he was and all kind of stuff like that. You know, he's the kind of guy you'll never know he was a chairman. And that is what he was always being like that, because he always kept his head down and did his job and everything else until he retired and everything. And then he died about 2 years ago. You know, God rest his soul, because he was a good man. He really was a good man. And you know, I thought about him. I thought how much things he has taught me and everything like that. And I said, you know what, Trinma, I'm gonna take it on Trinma a lot, because I remember him when he was the head of Trinma and what he did in his quiet determination. So, but I'm a quiet, I'm loud. So I'm gonna say it for what it is and everything like that. So moving on, we have to protect our assets and protect our patrimony, because right now in Texas, there is a feeding frenzy going on right now. All the oil drillers are going to Texas right now on the Permian Basin, and they're drilling for oil. There's a lot of money investing right now. The problem is that the oil refineries are almost at capacity. So what it is doing right now is creating a small chokehold. So what happened now is that and combined with the Middle East, if the war in Yemen extends out to Saudi Arabia, the price of oil is going to jump from $71 a barrel, I think right now, to about $151 a barrel. And the problem with the U.S. and then what's going to happen now? If that happens now, what's going to happen is that for U.S. security, they're going to prevent the refineries in the United States from shipping oil out to other countries. And they'll start stockpiling. That's what they do. And if that happens, and we have no more Trinma to refine our oil and natural gas, for oil and our gasoline and our diesel, what's going to happen? We're going to end up in a lurch, because we have to find other refineries to do it. And then what they're going to do, they're going to charge us at international prices. And when they charge us at international prices, that means our transport cost is going to go up. We no longer can do any kind of bunkering anymore. We can't use the diesel fuel that we bunkered for leverage. We can't use the gasoline we bunkered for leverage. We can't use the aviation fuel that we have for leverage. So now the price of airline tickets are going to go up. The price of food is going to go up, because they'll be transported somewhere. They're going to go up. So all this stuff is going to happen. And then what are we going to do then? What are we going to do then? When everything going to go up, when the rate of inflation go up. When the rate of inflation go up now, what's going to happen now? It challenges your currency. And when it challenges your currency now, when they look at your currency rate and the rate of inflation, and once it goes up this much, what's going to happen on the international market? They're going to devalue your currency, because they don't have enough what they call cover of foreign exchange. Because Trinma brings foreign exchange. They have no more foreign exchange cover. So now what happens now, they have no choice but to devalue your currency even more, to 10, to 12, to $15, $3.5 billion for $1 US. And that's why it's important to have Trinma. Refine it. We structure the Trinma, make it happen, and everything like that. And then by doing that, what it does is that it keeps our currency stable. That's what it does. So when you restructure Trinma, get the bloat out. $12 billion is an acceptable amount of debt that you can have. It's okay. It's not bad. $12 billion is not bad. That can be resolved. There are ways and means to get it resolved. And that's what the bondholders was saying. Nothing is wrong if you have $12 billion debt, even though we know that half of it and most of it was not because of due to employee salaries, was due to theft and mismanagement. So I give it all the managers, all upper managers, all the accountants, all the senior accountants, get rid of every one of them. Because if, as they say, a carpenter was making $30,000 a month and more, right? And people were making about 35 hours of overtime in one day, right? That means the accountant and the senior accountant wasn't doing their job, and they need to be fired, every single one of them. So that's what it is. But even despite all that, the wages and salaries is only 10%, 10 to 15% of the total cost, operating cost, and operating capital for Trinma every quarter. So what's the problem? It's all about their friends, and we need to stop them. We need to stop them. You know, I'm gonna continue more about this. I know I stay kind of long. I apologize on that, but I was a little pissed off because it took me about 5-6 days to do a lot of research and everything into this. And now you see for what it is. Now you have connected the dots and see why they had to sell trademark, right? Meanwhile, in the Virgin Islands, there was an old oil refinery that was there in the Virgin Island. They have now started that oil refinery. Why? Because of the chokehold of the U.S. oil refiners. Now, this old oil refinery now, they have not put money into it and started up. There's another one in Brazil, had a fire recently. They had to move and start that one up in Brazil because everyone is seeing what's happening. That with the new economy, the new oil finds right now, they don't have enough refineries to refine all our oil. So we have to wait in queue like everyone else. And because of Venezuela has no more real refineries to refine their oil, Venezuela is going to the United States. And Venezuela is selling their oil at a lower price than everyone else. So we can't compete with Venezuela prices. So what's going to happen? I think they're gonna take our oil. They'll take Venezuelan oil because they can make more money with Venezuelan oil than our oil. You got to think about these things. Now we have no more control over economy anymore. We can't do that more. We can't say let's bring a cruise ship in, tell the cruise ship we're coming here and we'll do the maintenance for you and everything like that because we have lower diesel prices. We can't even do them with that anymore. These are the kind of bullcrap I'm talking about. We gotta stop them. Stop them. Right? We gotta stop them. It's your right, it's your patrimony. I don't care about the politics of it. It's all politics of it in terms of who you want to support, but I care about who you vote for. That's what I care about, right? Preserve your heritage, preserve your patrimony. That's your number one. You have children. Even if you have children, you have friends, you have family. They have to continue living too. So you got to think about them. And you got to think about your family first before party. Preserve that. And if you want a better future, right? Join our party, join us in order to stop the crap. Right? Support us in what we are doing. Okay? That's all I got to say for now. If you have any questions, let me know now in about 30 seconds. Otherwise than that, I am going to sign off. Too much.
And this is my dominion. I have made preparation. I have faced tribulation. This is my declaration. In the deep bush where I come from, serpents and scorpions run when they see my right hand. I bring them for destruction.
Yeah. Anyhow, that's it for now. Look at my timeline. You're gonna see all the information I put also. On my timeline, you'll see it. You see all the information, and then you can take it from there. All right, folks. Have a good day. Thank you.